Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today's video is Inside Star Citizen for January 21st, 2021. This is the first Inside Star Citizen of the year. So they just came back from their little winter vacation, their hiatus, if you will, and they're bringing us more content. So one of the things that they're showing off in this Inside Star Citizen is how the programmers can go back in and use some tools that they've created to, quickly make adjustments to particular parts of, the planetary body that you're on. So this is actually showing off how they can smooth out some terrain to make it flatter. They can raise it up. They can make it lower. They can create craters. They can make the craters deeper. They can flip it, invert it, make it a hill, do all sorts of different things with this little tool that they have created. Now this is just the programmer's view, so to speak. They haven't got the art team involved with this yet, so once the art team gets their hands on this tool, they'll be able to make it look a lot prettier, as you'll see here in a bit. They talked about how this is real easy if they want to put in an outpost. They can flatten out a large swath of land so that the outpost fits in there. Then they can go back in and add, different things to, I guess, make it look part of the scenery a little bit more. Really awesome tool that they have. It would be really cool if we could get our hands on some of this as well, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I know that was one of the things that was promised as modding tools and stuff, but that's probably a decade off. So what do you guys think of what he's able to do here on the fly real quick to the existing planet? I think they're on Microtech here, and he's just able to make adjustments very quickly. What you'll see here now is adjustments he's going to make to create a river, which this is really awesome. I can't wait for art to actually get a hold of this and make it look spectacular. But pretty much able to start, creating a river by clicking on a point, and it'll map out the flow of the river downhill, so to speak. You can kind of change the flow here and there, but of course you can't go uphill. They've got all this logic built into it, and it's really phenomenal. It's really awesome. They can actually add little springs that flow into the river as well. I can't wait to see how this tool is utilized, and some of the planets that we have in game, how they'll get running water and stuff. I mean, Hurston should have some water that feeds those lakes. You would think there would be a river there next to Lorville or something that Lorville can get water from easily, because you're gonna have to have access to water to survive. Planets like Microtech, you've got some of the warmer parts of the planet that could have running water on it. I don't know if it's still too cold or not on those parts, but you would think it could have running water. It's got frozen lake that the Microtech New Babbage sits on, so it should have water there. So I'm glad that they're actually starting to work on some of these tools that can create the flowing water, from a river. So you can see that these little nodes here, they can adjust these to create more flow or less flow. You can see as he renders in the river here. They can add trees and stuff all around it. Very cool. Now the name of the designer here is Will, and he's working on just the functionality of the tools, the programming of the tools themselves, and he did say that art will go back and make this much better. He just likes messing around with it and trying to make it as cool as possible from his standpoint. He's giving them a lot of functionality, a lot of features to play with, so I am really looking forward to how they can do this. Now the Turbulent team that has the new studio going up in Canada that's going to be working on systems and worlds, this is going to be really beneficial for them because they're going to be able to get in here and do this very quickly. So they might be able to knock out several systems this year. We just don't know. I think that's the goal, because that's what they're working on, is just putting in systems. They're going to use the existing tools that CIG have created already to put out multiple systems, multiple worlds. I don't know how many designers will work on each, but I think they'll be able to knock them out fairly quickly once they get going. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments down below. Before they move on to the next section here, I wanted to say that StarJump, Grim SJ from StarJump, the YouTube channel that created the Drake, I guess, scene where it has all the Drake ships and stuff and some other ships. Phenomenal video. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video. It's really awesome. But yeah, he has designed a little opening logo scene for me to kind of replace my old one, and I think it's phenomenal. I've just got to put it to music and, you know, make it right before I put it in the start of my videos. But definitely check his stuff out because the man's awesome. He has got some talent, and yeah, I just can't say enough about him. He's got great talent with doing all these animations and cinematics, and he's got a great eye, great, you know, yeah. So the second part of Inside Star Citizen, which they usually do 2 different parts, is talking about you know, what they do in January normally, and that's kind of like all these different meetings to plot out the whole year. And he says this year's theme, at least for these guys, is combat. How to make combat more fun, more engaging, you know, what they can do to add to it, what, you know, all the different things they need to do this year to make combat what they wanted. And it also brings in people that aren't normally involved on the combat side of things to see how they can improve things as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out some more of this stuff, maybe in the roadmap that they had just put out not long ago, and hopefully they'll actually have the whole year updated tomorrow or very soon. Running out of time. They said they would do it this month, so they've got tomorrow or next week, and that's it. So hopefully we'll get to see the extended roadmap and we can break that down. If you guys want me to do a prolonged video on the roadmap or certain elements of the roadmap, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to bring that to you as well, but I don't want it to be boring. So what are your thoughts on it? I love some of the signage field stuff that they're showing here with the hammerheads. It really makes me want to get a head tracker, a really good one, maybe the new one that they came out with, and test it out as far as firing gimbaled weapons, because you have auto gimbals, that's great, but you also have the head tracking gimbals where you can literally be flying straight and look completely to the right 90 degrees and fire those weapons in that angle. I think that could be phenomenal, and this video here just kind of makes me want to try that out myself a little bit more. Have any of you used your head tracking to do that? Is it clunky? I know I had Track IR at one point. I still have it, but it doesn't work. It's clunky to me. It doesn't work precisely enough for me to use it in a combat way like that. I mean, that could be my personal opinion. I probably don't have it, I guess, you know, finalized where it will work real well to do that. I don't know. Optimized, I guess, is the best word for it. But yeah, let me know if you have. This part at the end here was really cool with the grenade launcher. This is something I was talking about yesterday, where you can actually affect the terrain around you. This is something that's going to be needed, especially when you start bringing in the A2 Hercules, where you can drop these Moabs. You're gonna have to be able to deform the terrain. Can't wait for Art to get a hold of that as well, and you know, where they can show varying degrees of destruction and craters. What do you guys think about this Inside Star Citizen? Is it one that you liked? Is it one you disliked? I'm kind of, you know, it's better than average, I should say, but not phenomenal. That's my opinion. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the game, use my referral code. I'm Muddog with Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.